Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? What's going on, folks? Welcome to the True Trading Group YouTube channel. My name is Michael Edward Parinati. I go by Michael Edward. I'm the co-founder and head trader of TTG. In case you didn't know, we are the Benzinga FinTech Awards finalists for the best data analysis tool at the Benzinga FinTech Awards. And we are also the fastest growing and highest rated premium online educational platform that combines university and professional level trading and investing courses, premium stock market tools, live workshops, individual mentorship and coaching for stocks, options, crypto, and futures. We day trade, we swing trade. We also cover long-term investing. There's literally something for everybody at True Trading Group. When you join our platform, you're getting access to some of the top trading tools that are available in the industry. Benzinga Pro's newsfeed, congressional trading data, dark pool data, insider trading, trading views charts, unusual options activity, options flow, short data, the trade idea scanner, AI trading tools, trading journals, social sentiment scanner. It's all included when you guys join True Trading Group. But why should you listen to anything it is that we discuss on this channel? It's because, folks, I didn't figure this out by watching YouTube videos or sitting in Discord chats. I began my trading career working at T3 Alpha Fund in New York City, my first job out of college. They had me go through a training program before they let me touch $1 of the fund's money. Then 2008 happened, and that was the Great Recession and the stock market crash, but it also was the same year that I received one of the firm's Trader of the Year awards. Now, fast forward, I'm the co-founder and head trader of TTG, and along with my team of 9 professional trading mods and an over 30-person staff, we've helped thousands of members from 115 different countries to reach their goals. The moderators and I collectively as a group have been able to maintain a cumulative win rate on all of our executions of just around 80%, now going on roughly the last 4 years. So if you guys are new to the channel, smash the like button, subscribe, make sure you turn on your notifications. Don't ever miss out on these videos or live streams. I go live on this channel 5-6 days a week, usually making a little bit of a recap video here before the weekend. But you're going to want to make sure you set your reminders for Sunday evening at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, because I'm going live this Sunday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, where I'm going to be covering with you my top trade ideas for the week. We have a huge stretch coming up here for the month of March. We just got the labor report today, where unemployment jumped unexpectedly from 3.7 to 3.9. The analyst expectations was 3.7, yet came into 3.9. You're going to get more inflation data coming up. Then you've got the Fed meeting. If you recall, last month we had much higher than expected inflation. The Fed and everybody at the Federal Reserve and Jerome Powell and his team of presidents and vice presidents, everybody else, the Fed told you, don't worry about January's high number. That's a one-off. But what happens if February's inflation number is also accelerating? Because that acceleration in inflation, coupled with potentially weakening jobs market, could create a ton of volatility in this market. So I'm going to go over what we could expect, what we think the markets are going to do next week, as well as my top trade ideas, longs, shorts, etc. I'm going to lay that out for you guys on Sunday evening at 8:30 p.m. Eastern live. So make sure you set your reminders now and join me on Sunday evening. But before we get to Sunday evening, we got to talk about what happened in the markets today. And you had a big reversal day today. You had a big reversal day today. We had an early gap up in the markets. We rallied higher, and then we sold off into the afternoon. We tried to bounce late and then sold it off again into the close. That is coupled with tremendous reversals in stocks like NVDA, AMD, Meta, huge reversals in a lot of these stocks, guys. And the question now that people are starting to ask, is it now time to sell NVIDIA? Now, let me make myself very, very clear. I'm a shareholder of NVIDIA, but I trimmed my position today. The shares that we had originally purchased are up 1,500%. I know you're probably not just going to believe me for saying those things. If you have not been following my YouTube channel for the last several years, then you don't know that what I'm saying to be true. All the videos are on this channel. You can go back and watch them if you want. I was banging the table in 2020, March and April, about NVIDIA and AMD, buying those stocks. And we've been buying them every year ever since with big chunk ads. My first buy was 2018, but it was small. Big chunk ad in 2020, big chunk ad in 2022. And the shares that we bought are up 1,500% from that 2020 ad. And I told everybody on this very same YouTube channel yesterday, I told you yesterday that I am going to begin. I'm going to take some profit off in this position and I'm going to trim it. Now, I'm not selling the position. I still own the position. I took about 15% of the position and I took it off the table. I'm going to lock in that gain. I'm going to allocate that capital elsewhere, and I'm going to rinse and repeat these shares, let NVIDIA pull itself back in, and I'm just going to buy back even more shares than what I had originally. So my plan here is just taking 15% of my position off the table, let the stock pull back, and then buy that amount of capital back, which would give me more shares. And now my position's even bigger for free. Okay, that is going to be the game plan. This was a trim, not a sell. NVIDIA will maintain a long-term, it will maintain a place in my long-term portfolio for probably the next 10 years. Okay, but I cannot look a 1,500% gain in the face and not lock in some of those gains. The stock has gotten completely parabolic. It's up 100% in just 2 months. This stock is up hundreds of percent in just 1 year. It was time for me to lock in those gains. And if you don't believe me, right, I have a quick video clip. You can go back and you can watch my live stream last night. It's right here on this YouTube channel. Okay, literally go check out my live stream from yesterday. I told everybody I have an announcement. It might blow some people's, brains a little bit, but I'm going to trim my NVIDIA position. I told everybody. I announced it yesterday on the YouTube channel, and then that execution did take place today. So I have a quick video clip that I grabbed for you from last night's YouTube video. Or YouTube live stream in case you guys missed it. So let's go ahead real quick and let's play that video. Let me make myself crystal clear. I will be a shareholder of NVIDIA for the remainder of time that I could imagine me being an investor. This will have a permanent place in my long-term portfolio. As I stare at this 1,500% gain in a matter of such an incredibly short period of time, nothing goes up in a straight line. And I'm going to take advantage of this momentum move to the upside. I'm going to lock in some gains on that position. I'm going to reallocate that capital into some other areas of the market. And then when NVIDIA drops back down into the 800s or the 700s, I'm going to recycle those shares back. And I'm just going to buy those shares back with a couple extra $100 to the downside on my average cost of my position. So I am not really selling the stock. I want to make myself clear. This is a trim where the profit has ballooned to such an incredible amount that I'm going to pare back some of those gains, and then I'll wait for the stock to then pull itself back, and I'm just going to rebuy the position. So that's from last night's live stream. Okay, that's last night's live stream. Again, if you missed it, you're more than welcome to go back and check it out. It's right here on this channel. Well, folks, today it looks like I might have damn near got the top of this thing. This is a massive reversal candle today, possibly a near-term top in NVIDIA. Okay. This is such a violent reversal day and a massive trading volume. It's the heaviest volume the stock's traded in quite a while since you had the gap up on its earnings day back in 2023. That was the only day that you've traded heavier volume than that in the last several years. But the stock at that time was only $370. Now the stock was $950, and this thing shot all the way up to $974. We started then taking pieces of our position off the table in the 940s, and then the position was trimmed, and now you're all the way down to $870 as the stock did a complete reversal, kind of 180 there, off the highs down there to the lows. So it looks like we may have damn near caught the top. We'll see what happens here. But my game plan is basically to take the shares that I sold here. My plan is to then recycle those shares back down in this region. So I'm going to look to see if over the course of the next couple of months that I get a little bit of a deeper pullback on NVIDIA, and then I can just recycle those shares right back in and get myself a fresh new set of shares. These are I do have a tax implication on this. It's a long-term capital gain since I've held this position for longer than 1 year. So your long-term capital gain, depending on your tax bracket on the long term, will be anywhere from 15 to 20%, not the short-term capital gain. And that's okay. And I'm going to take that in, and then you look for the pullback, and I'm going to get myself more shares because I want to get myself more shares here, because eventually in the near future, I think that NVIDIA is going to do another stock split. So the more shares that I can get, the more shares that I can have after that split. And I'm just going to lock in some of those gains. It's a trim on the position, 50% off. And if we can get a pullback, I'm going to look to then reload on those shares, and I'll put that money to work elsewhere. In the meantime, I don't care. Listen, the stock goes up to $1,000 or $10.50. I don't really necessarily care. I was just up such an incredible amount, guys. It's 1,500% from the $58 scoop in 2020. And that's just insane. And I just can't look that number in the face and not, okay, listen, let's lock some gains in and let's take care of that. So we did that. If you guys caught my video last night, then if you guys did that as well, congratulations. A lot of my members own NVIDIA in the long-term portfolio because I have been such a bull on this stock for the last several years. Whenever someone's asked me on live streams over the last 4 years, hey, Mike, what are some of your favorite long-term stocks? I've always said NVIDIA and AMD. Those are my top two. Those are the two that I like the most, and those are the two that we've been buying a lot. I mean, we obviously are in a lot of other stuff too, but a lot of members own NVIDIA, and I always want to make sure that people are, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Do I buy it now if I don't own it? Do I sell it if I do? So I'll always give you guys what I'm doing with my own money. You guys can take that information and do with it whatever you please. But we're not just day trading and swing trading at True Trading Group. There's also long-term portfolio stuff that I share with you and things that we go over. And again, I'm giving you my opinion and I'm telling you what I do with my money. And then you can take that information and do with it whatever you guys want. Okay. But I like to see that after I trim the position, the thing freaking, rolls over, from 940s into 870. So, to see this thing drop $70 from my trim is pretty nice to see. It makes me feel pretty good today. Listen, do I end up being a genius and I call it the top? Great. Right. But if not, time will tell if this thing ends up taking out that high listen, in the long term, I think we take out that high. I don't think that this is like the forever top, but it could be a potential short-term top where maybe you now get this little bit of a profit take pullback here after the jobs market came out today. You got inflation data next week. Then you got then you have the Fed meeting. I think we could be getting ready for a period of increased volatility. I think we could be getting ready for a bit of a profit take pullback in the overall market. And I think that this upward sloping channel that we've been sitting in over the last couple of months, I think that this upward sloping channel could be getting ready to break and head back to the downside. So what I'm actually thinking about is come next week, and we'll talk about this more on Sundays. We're going to get into the bottom end of this channel and then probably try to bounce from there and then do not break that high and then roll it back down and actually break this upward sloping trend line and start to form a bit of a head and shoulders up here and then come back in and fill and close out this gap down there to 497. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. I'm looking for this little bit of a pullback off of here. What are some of the catalysts that could cause that? If inflation accelerates again in the month of February and January was not a fluke and a one-off, that could cause a deeper pullback. If you get a higher than expected jobless claims report on Thursday, that could cause a bit more of a pullback if it's coupled with the higher than expected inflation number, because that just means that the Fed's in a bit of a pickle. So that's what you have to pay attention to. The pieces of data you got to watch over the next month or two is inflation and the labor market, because now it's a race against time. The market has priced out the possibility of a rate cut in March. There's a 30% probability of a cut in May and a fully priced in cut in June. So the market is saying we're going to get a rate cut in June. But does the labor market hold together until June? That's the question, right? So this is why these jobs reports and these jobless claims numbers are going to be very, very important going forward. Now, where the Fed could get themselves in a pickle is if inflation accelerates again in February. Because if inflation accelerated in January, if it accelerates again in February, well, that puts the Fed in a really precarious position, because if inflation's going back up, they can't cut rates. But if the jobs market's starting to weaken, then they're going to have to cut rates. Or you just risk, the economy, slowing itself down, reversing, going into a recession. I'm not saying that that's what's going to happen. but that would be the predicament the Fed would be in. And the Fed's like, well, what do we do? And I'm telling you now, if the Fed had to choose stop inflation, cause a recession, the Fed will choose stop inflation 100 times out of 100. Okay. Now, I'm not trying to be a doomsdayer here, and I'm not trying to be a fear monger and say, hey, there's no recession coming. It's not what I'm saying. I'm just explaining to you what economic data points and information that this market's going to care about over the next couple of weeks. So let's watch that CPI number that we're going to be getting next week. Then you have the Fed meeting that comes up on March 20th. There's going to be no rate cut, but let's see what the Fed has to say about the anticipation of those rate cuts possibly coming in the summer. And then what they have to say about the jobs market, what they have to say about the inflation data. There's a lot of stuff that's going to move this market. I think you're about to see an increase in volatility. And that's a good thing for us. Increase in volatility just means bigger moves in shorter periods of time, which means greater percentage moves and greater money-making opportunities for us as traders. Okay. So I'm very excited about these next couple of weeks. We've had an absolute banger start to 2024 inside of True Trading Group. And I think that the second half of March is going to be monstrous. I like what I'm seeing. I feel volatility beginning to pick up. You had a nice spike in the VIX today. I think we're going to get some wider range days, and we're going to be ready to jump all over inside of True Trading Group. Okay. So again, just a shout out and a congrats to everyone that had followed me in the NVDA position. If you guys have been long it over the last couple of years, or even if you just got into it last year, 2022, congrats. It's a huge win. We did lock some of that profit in. I still own it. All right. But I did trim some of the position. We locked in some gains today. I told you yesterday I was going to do it. We did it today. And now the rest is that we can sit back, relax, and I'll let you guys know when I rebuy those shares. Okay, I will let you know when I rebuy those shares. I'm looking for more downside, though, in the stock before that happens, or before I do that. Okay, excellent. Those of you that are not members of True Trading Group, my advice to you is going to be this. I've got something really, really, really big planned for Sunday. So make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. You got your notifications turned on. But before Sunday, I'm going to tell you right now how to take advantage of a 54% discount that we're doing. So you guys can come and you can trade with us full time and get ready for what we have coming up in this market. Go to ttgoffer.com right now. Every single thing that you see on that page is included when you join our community. There is no upsell or additional cost or fee for anything on that page. Now, when you hit ttgoffer.com, you're going to see the price of our memberships over $2,000 a year. That's if you were to go to our site on your own. Since you're with me on this YouTube channel, I'm going to give you this coupon code. It gives you a 54% discount. Brings the price down to just $1,017 for the whole year. You get a free laptop with that as well. It's Windows 11, Microsoft 365 included. It's totally free. We even cover the shipping, and we ship anywhere in the world. Remember, we have members in 115 countries. So no matter where you live, we'll get you that free laptop. Use the coupon code TTG121. Again, that coupon code, you have to manually type it in, TTG121. Click apply code. The price then drops to the $1,017. You don't have to enter your address to get the laptop. You'll get a welcome email after you join with instructions how to claim the laptop. So be on the lookout for that. And just enter your info, check out, and you guys are good to go. Now, before you sign off the page, if you're a little skeptical, let me tell you this. I'm going to erase that skepticism for you right now. If you join True Trading Group, you pay the $1,017. I'll give you a double your money back guarantee. It's right there on the checkout page. It's in black and white. Go read it. Yes, it's real. This is how it works. I stand behind the platform that we've created. We have over 10,000 members in 115 different countries. 78% of our members stay with us after they join. We have a refund rate of less than 2.5%. We're at 5-star rated on Trustpilot with over 2,500 reviews. So this is why I can do what I'm about to tell you. When you join TTG, I ask you to do the following things. Go through our courses, pass our quizzes, attend one study group. And you can take your time. You have the whole year to do that. You don't have to do all that within like 14 days. So go at your own pace. If after doing that, you are unable to make enough winning trades to equal the $1,017 membership fee. So if you can make $1,017 at least one time, I will give you back $2,034, double what you're paying to join us. And you can keep that laptop. Guys, I'm dead serious. It's right there on the checkout page, right there. Just go read it. That's our double your money back guarantee. Yes, it is real. Go read it. And I can offer you that, like I said, because our refund rate, it's less than 2.5%. Why? Because our members have success. Now, can I guarantee you're going to be successful just by joining? No, of course I can't do that. But what I can do is guarantee that if you go through our courses, pass our quizzes, attend the study group, and can't make the membership fee back at least one time, I'll give you back $2,034. That I can guarantee you. To prove to you how much that we believe in this platform that we've created and how much we stand behind the things that we say. All you have to do is go to ttgoffer.com, use the coupon code TTG121, click apply code, and then check out, and you guys are good to go. If you have any questions at all about the membership, about the guarantee, about the laptop, anything, any questions, we're fully transparent. We're an open book. I want you to send a text message to 1-888-306-8783. The phone number is right down there at the bottom of your screen, 1-888-306-8783. Just text us with any questions or concerns, and we will be more than happy to answer anything that you guys want or need to know. All right? I'm telling you now, fasten your seatbelts, buckle up, get ready for a wild ride. I think we're about to experience an increase in volatility. That's going to be a whole hell of a lot of fun. So go to ttgoffer.com and use that coupon code TTG121. Thanks for tuning in today, guys, on the channel. Remember, smash that like button, subscribe, and then make sure you turn on your notifications and join me Sunday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. I got something huge that I'm going to share with you on Sunday, not to mention also top trade ideas for the week.